The Legend of Zelda. Long ago, Ganon, Prince of Darkness, stole the Triforce of Power. Princess Zelda of Hyrule broke the Triforce of Wisdom into 8 pieces and hid them from Ganon, before she was kidnapped by Ganon's minions. Link, you must go find the pieces and save Zelda. Huh, so this is how this game starts, huh? Yep, that's right everybody. I'm on the verge of collecting every little scrap of Zelda lore I can. And in order to do that, I must start from the very beginning. And already they're trying to hide lore from you. In order to get this nice little message, you have to wait on the title screen for a few moments. But it does reward you by showing you every item in the game, as well as a fun little tidbit here or there. But I will say one thing though. I wouldn't recommend a guide necessarily for this because it does take out a bit of the exploration, but I will advise you to look up every hidden entrance in the overworld only. Because I kid you not, some of those entrances are important and finding them can be a real pain in the dick if you have to do it one by one. I remember when I was younger, I remember going to each and every pixel of those walls in the background and trying to explode them all with bombs, trying to find the hidden passageway because I wanted to 100% this game. Anyway, let's make our way to the first dungeon. Again, to make things more fun, I did not look up anything on how to navigate the dungeons because like I said, those just kind of ruin the surprises, and there's only 3 potential places where if you do need a bomb area, you can easily just figure it out or not. Plus, since I'm playing on the Nintendo Switch Online version, I could just easily just rewind stuff to and fro, so I don't have to worry about conserving all my ammunition. But I will say, right off the bat, Legend of Zelda 1 have some pretty good music already. Legend of Zelda, always known for the music score already has not missed. Some pretty good music tracks. Enemy combat? Could be more desired, but hey, it is an 8-bit game. What can you expect? Also, a pretty important note to know in these dungeons is you kind of want to clear out the entire room because you don't know what would spawn afterwards. It could be a key, it could be an important item. It's always best just to clear off every item, every enemy. And if you see a door that doesn't open after killing all the enemies, then you probably have to move around a block or 2 to figure it out. And always be looking for that scrap of paper. It gives you a nice little dungeon map, tells you where to go, and in every dungeon, there's going to be one hidden item in there that's going to help you out. In this case, we go up to the top left up there, and we find the bow and arrow. Well, just the bow, I should say. And after defeating these little assholes here, we get a boomerang, which is really nice. Now, I think just blowing up this dragon here with some bombs, optimal strategy. Which I gotta say, really cool design, but it's really easy. First dungeon, always easy. And look at that, Octorok shoots me backwards into the shop to where we finally get a candle. And yep, and we use these candles to burn random bushes all around so we can find hidden passageways. But like I said, since I like being a bit of surprise, I like just burning them to see what happens. And already 2 in a row. 2 in a row, we burn the bushes, and it's both of them are just pay for door repairs. And one thing I'm really curious about in this game particularly is just how many actual like human NPCs are there. Because for the entire land of Hyrule, this place is really small, with a very small amount of humans. So I'm gonna try to keep track of that. And, oh yeah, I forget that also happens that the hidden rooms also have just hidden shops sometimes as well. So it's always good. Like I said, good to know where they are. Now, it's more fun if you don't know what's in them. Anyway, we make it across here, and we make it into the second dungeon. Okay, here we fight some cobras. These ones are funny just because they just speed up if you're on the if they have the line of sight on you. Also, that's just a really fun power-up that they just randomly add in this game, and I feel like it doesn't present itself anywhere else. It's just the time watch. You can just literally stop time for a brief second and just destroy every enemy in the game. Or in the room, I should say. And if we just keep heading up, we find our way to Dodongo here. And since we got bombs already, he's really easy. And you just defeat him the same way you would in Ocarina. Just shove a bomb right next to his mouth and he explodes. Alright, and before I pick up... But let's quickly backtrack, because I know there's another hidden item somewhere in this room. Alright, and we make it into this room, and before I grab that bomb that's clearly meant there for us, let's blow up these walls just to make sure. And look, yep, there it is, hidden room. First hidden room of the dun. It's pretty good. But let's do a little bit more backtracking just in case. And okay, I skipped over the map. Literally one of the very first rooms we can get to, and we skipped over both the map and the compass. I guess you literally just need to go right in the beginning of this. Oh yeah, and I forget this dungeon is in the shape of a boomerang. That's kind of cool. Anyway, now that we collected everything in this dungeon, let's quickly just speed run to the end over there. Grab all the loose items and bits. Ah, great, because I traveled too far away, a lot of the room's doors are now closed off again. Just gotta re-kill everything. Alright, and look at that, 2 dungeons done already. This game's gonna be a breeze to replay. Because this is my first time playing this game. My first time was like all the way back in like middle school, where, like I said, I used to systematically go to every single block and piece in this game, trying to figure out where all the hidden rooms and stuff are. And let's travel up here real quick, and we get this piece of paper. I know this piece of paper is very important, but I can't remember why. And let's go to this tree stump real quick first. And oh my god, it's money making game. I fucking love money making game. And oh yeah, first one, let's go, we win. Let's try again. Yo, second one, we win. Let's go. 3 times in a row? Ah, nah, no 3 times in a row. But luckily, we have the power of Nintendo Switch Online. We can just restart real quick. And okay. Oh yeah, I forget also to mention. That's the maximum amount of rubies you can have in one time. 255. What a really weird number they decided to stop at. But now that we have the maximum amount of rubies, there is one shop in particular I want to find. And it's the one that has the armor upgrade. That's really expensive. But first, let's actually go to this old lady, drop off this note. And now we have a bottle. A bottle of medicine. A full heal, I should say. But now we don't have enough money for the armor upgrade. Oh well, let's just continue on. Another hidden room right here. And it's another old man, angry old man. Alright, let's just go on to the 3rd dungeon here. And this one's... I find it so weird that Link's color palette changes for this one. Because he looks so much more white in this dungeon than most of them. I guess it's just the way that dungeon layout is, or the color schemes, because this one's all green, but still. And we run into our first very annoying mini enemies, the Dark Nuts. Or the Armor Nuts. Armor Nuts? I don't know. Something. But luckily, now that we have bombs, we can just easily bomb them from around corners. And luckily in this next room over here, we see like we have some tiles to work with. If you work around the tiles and plan accordingly, you can actually cheese out these Dark Nuts pretty easily. But if you go to the left over here and face like so many of these Dark Nuts, it becomes a bit of a pain. then we had one room down, and we faced so many more. But luckily, with some explosions, we actually get a nice time watch. We refresh on all our bombs, and we get to kill them, and we find the raft down here. Life is good! And with that, we found everything in this dungeon. And we saved some keys. Look at that, we got 3 keys in reserves after all that. And I'm pretty sure all these keys are going to become very important later on. So let's try to keep as many as we can. Alright, now we head over to the left over here. Open up this hidden passageway. We find some more rupees. Go 1 room to the left over here. And we find the old lady. The blabbering old lady. She said pay her to talk. Alright, I'm feeling generous. Let's give her to 50. Wow, I'm rich. Right. That's a stupid troll thing, right? We actually have to go with the middle option. Alright, so go those directions during the Lost Woods section, and we can get through. Perfect, perfect. Alright, so after all that, we make it through here, and oh my god, we find the... I forget what these guys are supposed to be. Are they supposed to be the, Are they supposed to be the Lionels of this game? I kind of forget. I guess in some way they are, I believe so. Anyway, these are really powerful foes, so you gotta be careful. And we make it to the graveyard, and I know this is where we can find a sword upgrade, so let's quickly go over there for that. And, oh my god, nope. Can't actually get it. I forget, you actually have to go to the one of the waterfall first, so. With it, let's just quickly go up and around since we're here. And kill all these knights, and I'm pretty sure one of them has a hidden thing in it. And nope, no, none of them do. Let's look around this area a little bit more then real quick. Okay, these are the ones that have something hidden in it. Then we find the power bracelet. We can actually use it to move these rocks over here. And so we can fast travel. But before we do that, let's actually go back to the shops over here. We finally get some arrows for our bow. And we get some meat. I forget what the meat does, but I know it's important because it takes up an item slot. But now that we have the wrath, let's quickly use it in these areas over here. And over here we find a man who gives us a potion or a heart container. Now, you always want to pick the heart container, no matter what. Not only is it a full heal already, but also because if you do that, you won't get the maximum amount of health in this game. So that's very important. Always take the heart container. You can always get more rupees later on, especially in Nintendo Switch Online, where you can just save scum. Alright, so let's head over to the waterfall now, so we can grab ourselves a new sword upgrade. And with that, we get the white sword. Pretty cool. Now, to tame the white sword, we can just go into the waterfall real quick, and pay the old lady real quick. And she tells us how to get to the next dungeon, which is just go up. Just go up, idiot. It's a mountain. Continue to climb. Alright, and after heading straight, we just deal with these Gibdos real quick. Light up this room. And I lied. This is not the right dungeon we're supposed to be in. I see that now. We're in Dungeon 5. We're looking for Dungeon 4. So editor, cut. Now we made it to Dungeon 4 after all that mishap. Alright, so this is where we're supposed to be. And now we face off against these cute little bunny creatures here. Again, enemy design pretty interesting in this game, not gonna lie. And are they supposed to be vampire bunnies? Because they turn into bats after you slay them hard enough. It's very interesting. But now with the sword upgrade, those slime creatures won't actually dissolve into different pieces, and they can finally give you more items through it too, which is very interesting. Okay, and after some exploring, we find Our new enemy type, Light Lakes. Very interesting. And after going through the room with the first encounter of the Light Lakes, we just move this block over here and we find the ladder. Again, it lets you travel on one tile of water across, which I think is a very dumb upgrade, but who am I to judge this game? And if it works, it works, and if we continue going up, we find, oh my god, we find the that boss again. But now he's just a mid-boss. That's also another thing I find that this game does really well. So a lot of bosses for dungeons just become mid-bosses later on to really amplify how much stronger you got. Which I find very interesting. And now, you can hear the cries of the dragon next door, so we're now on the right track. We meet up with this dragon. Now this one's a very interesting case, because every time a fireball is out, he will not shoot another one until the fireball disappears. So if you time everything correctly, which I didn't do on this first test, so let me rewind real quick. If you time everything correctly, he'll always shoot in one particular direction, and he will never be able to hit you, while you can swiftly scroll left and right through the heads. And with that, we get another piece of the Triforce. Let's go. Alright, now with that out of the way, let's head up here. And there, this hidden passage. This is the one that has the shop in, that has the 250 ring. It's an armor upgrade. So now we know where to go for that. And we actually know where to go for the 5th dungeon. It's just going straight up the mountain. Actually, before we go to that dungeon, I actually really want that armor upgrade because I just found it and I really want it. So let's quickly go to the gambling and start some gambling. Alright, so let's see. And 1 time, boom, 2, 3, 4. My god, no one would ever believe this. And now my luck streak is over. Oh well, thank God for rewinding. So, with that we get the maximum amount of rubies, head on over, buy the ring, and now we'll go on to the dungeon. And I do like how the ring, it gives you a brand new cloak, and now we actually see the origins of White Link. I feel like this tunic never returns in any other Smash game except for like the very early ones, which is a giant shame, because I really like this white tunic Link. My god. Everything's just... Now I just have to kill so many creatures and hope they drop bombs. Oh, thank god. This mummy dropped the bomb. Perfect. Now we can face the dongos. And it seems like the dongos are just blocking off a map over there. I could actually use that map, so let's quickly kill off these dongos. Oh yeah, and if a dodongo gets hit by the explosion or the smoke effect and gets stunned, then you can freely hit it. That's also a thing that can be used, especially when they start implementing more dodongos. But I still prefer just shoving it into their mouths and letting them eat. And oh my god, we're facing with the harder blue nuts now. Great. And this is one of those annoying rooms where you'll have to clear every single enemy in order to actually move the blocks. So you have to carefully maneuver around all the blue nuts, and boom, secret passage over here, and we go to the left, and oh my god, so many more blue nuts. Alright, now this one tile here is super important. Now, you'll have to work around it. And yes, okay, good. Working around it's great, and there you find the recorder. Now this is the thing to help you defeat the boss. Because as remember what that old man said so long ago, he hates certain sounds. This is the sounds he hates. Alright, and let's see. And, oh great, so this room only leads to another old man. He charged me 100 rupees for something? Oh my god. I can't remember if it's worth it or not, so since I don't have the funds, I cannot say yes. Hopefully it's nothing important. So we grab the Triforce and we're out. And now I can show you the Recorder's awesome hidden ability, which is, it lets you fast travel between all the dungeons. It's actually a really good tool in this game, especially when you don't know where to go. Alright, and we fast traveled to dungeon number 2, which is actually really nice, because there is some heart container and some shops I want to go to the right side. Definitely can't use a raft to swim there. So let's head on down to this secret entrance over here. And we find another heart container. And we open up the secret passage to the right. And what we find? Another money-making game. And the hidden passage to the right of that is an angry old man. Great! Now, I'm not entirely sure where to go from here or not. So I'm just going to be digging around, opening up all the hidden passages I can now. And when we get up here, and oh my god, I can't believe I never actually been to here yet. And we find the fairy fountain over here. And oh yeah, that's where we have to go. We have to use the recorder on the fairy fountain and an empty fairy fountain. That was it. Alright. Now, where was it? Yeah, it was just to the left of that fairy fountain, and we find another dungeon's entrance. And inside, there's so many enemies already. And oh my god, we face another 3 Dodongos. Hey, look, another old man. Let's see what this guy did. And oh my god, this is how you upgrade bombs in this game? I completely forgot. Oh my gosh, okay. So you need at least 100 rupees in dungeons if you want to upgrade your bombs. Because oh my god, did I miss out on an opportunity in the last dungeon? And bombs are so important in this game, so definitely upgrade those bombs if you can. Let my mistakes teach you. So we walk to the right over here, we try out all these walls, and none of them were secret entrances. Wow. Well, luckily we can just save scum. Come over here. This is where our secret entrance is. So let's use the bombs on those. Again, that's something that's really done well in this game. It's just how well dungeon exploring and exploring the overworld can just be. Because not only do they not tell you about the hidden passageways, but it's like a fun little surprise and added thing. And oh my god, look! We find the hungry warlock. So this is where you used the meat that I bought so long ago. Traveling a little bit more, we find another hidden passage. Nice! And ooh, this one's important. This gives us the red candle. And with that, we now have unlimited fire. I don't think I mentioned this before, but the candle that you usually buy in the beginning of the game, that candle sucks really bad because you can only use one per room. Per room. Meaning that if you want to test fire, every single plant, you literally have to wait until this point to try to test each and every plant, or go in and out of the room so many times in order to find the right one. So giant pain. And you know what else is a giant pain? Having only one bomb and trying to see if there's any hidden rooms you missed. Because oh my god, am I getting tired of trying to save scum. Okay, good, no, there's a hidden wall over here. We can go over in this direction, and look, 2 locked doors, perfect. Alright, let's test out this bottom one, just to make sure there's no hidden wall. No hidden walls in this room after that, perfect. Alright, and another one of these creatures. Man, they're just shoving this creature everywhere. And oh my god, is it like Bullet Hill now? Jesus Christ. And oh my god, even more Dodongos. This is how you know we're facing late game, boys. They're just shoving so many of these bosses right next to each other. And oh my god, why am I missing so much? I'm missing so many bombs. And oh my god. There it is. I hated this room before, because you would literally have to hit every single one of these pillars to figure out which one is the one you're supposed to move in order to open up the secret entranceway. How am I supposed to know it's that one specifically, you know? So like I said, bombs, really fucking important. And after that, we go and we face, hey, it's the dragon from World 1. Neat. But now, I think his weakness is arrows, so the spam arrows, and yep, he goes down pretty fast. And we get the next piece of the Triforce. Alright, now with that out of the way, let's quickly travel to Lost Woods, go back to the cemetery, and let's go say hey hi to that old man to give us that brand new sword. Alright, sweet, and after that we can go on to the next dungeon, which is located over here. And this is dungeon 6. I just realized I think I did these dungeons out of order. Oh well, and we go here, and oh, this is the magical one. This is where all those Poes are at. Interesting. Yeah, okay, these Poe enemies, very fucking annoying. The magical blast, they hit really hard, and they always move in such weird directions to the point where they could just overwhelm you. And we find the dungeon boss already. Wow, we got there really fast. I'll just click Triforce since we're here, because this dungeon is a bit annoying. What happens if we go right? Alright, right gives you a key and the answer to the dungeon boss. Okay, cool. But there's still so much of this dungeon I've explored, so let's quickly go through it all again and try to see where I can make some more additional progress. Because like I said, there's always a hidden item somewhere in these dungeons, and attaining it could be the key to progressing to the next one. Okay, yeah, okay, so I didn't go through this locked door before. And there it is. Okay, so I think we do need this. It's the magical staff. That lets you shoot magical beams. Pretty cool. Alright, now with that out of the way, now we can finally exit this area. But I am curious, did I miss anything else here? Let's quickly go through it just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Let's fill out this map. Oh, okay, so this is the old guy that tells you about the location of the next dungeon. Okay, so that's how you're supposed to know to play the whistle in the empty fairy fountain. Okay, yeah, okay. It all makes sense. Alright, so let's quickly exit out this dungeon. That's one thing I don't like about this, is that there's no fast way to leave dungeon. You literally have to just walk out. I wish the recorder could just teleport you out, but hey, that's asking too much of an 8-bit game. Alright, and I believe the fastest way to get to the next dungeon is just to fast travel over to dungeon 2, go on down, and yep, there it is, the 8th dungeon. And right off the bat, we face against we fight against this guy again? Jeez. And we just continue heading left over here, deal with all these nonsense, and oh look, we found the hidden item of the dungeon already, the book. And I believe what this book does is it powers up our magic wand, so now we can cast fire. Or shoot fire from longer ways. Interesting. Kinda not that useful or helpful in any way, but it's still pretty cool visual and sound effects. Anyways, let's continue onward. And this one starts to ramp up the BS meter, because now you need a lot of bombs in order to progress, both to defeat the bosses and to open up hidden passageways, as you saw right there. And now I'm already down to my last one, so naturally I'm going to be safe scamming through a lot of this. So let's quickly go through it. Ooh, now we face Goma, but blue. Interesting. Alright, and it says Spectacle at Death Rock. Alright, so that's where the final dungeon is, or where should I say Ganon's hidden palace is. That's very important. That's a very important old man. Now, where's Spectacle Rock? Who could say? They don't name anything in this game, except for these old men, so it's up to your interpretation of pretty much. Fuck. And let's quickly go up, and we see another old man. It says, 10th enemy has the bomb. Whatever that means. And we go up, face off against the final dragon boss, and defeat him to collect the final piece of the Triforce. And remember, what we're collecting is the Triforce of Wisdom, which is very important. Lore-wise, I should say. But after all of that, let me quickly double-check a whole overworld, because we're missing one heart container somewhere. And okay, so this is where I missed it. Alright, I misinterpreted this rock for the final boss rock. This rock in here actually holds the final heart container. Alright, but where do we go for Ganon? I know it's around here somewhere. Oh, it's right here. Okay, yeah. But if you go continue left a little bit more, you'll find a nice little heal lady. Definitely get some nice heals and enter in. Here we find the final dungeon, Ganon's room. And I think usually there's supposed to be an old man that says something here. But since we got everything already, I think he just disappears and just dies. And right off the bat, we face off with a whole bunch of Poes. Fucking hate these guys. I think Poes are plentiful in here, so you gotta work around them. And I fucking hate them so much. Ganon's castle here is very, very BS. Mainly just because there's so many pathways and diverging paths, and also hidden rooms as well, that it gets very confusing trying to navigate, even with a full map. So for this one, if you pull up a guide, I wouldn't blame you. I'm still going to try to go in blind, try to find everything. And as you can see from the map, everything just goes in a perfect circle here. So you literally have to go through this hidden passageway, go to a completely random place somewhere on the map, and navigate through that area and find their hidden entrances to try to figure out where to go next. And of course, sometimes you just let into complete dark rooms with nothing in it but a whole bunch of enemies that feel like it's supposed to mean something, but does nothing. And oh my god, we face a whole new enemy type? I forget how to deal with this one though. How do you deal with this one? I'm taking so much damage. Oh my god. Gotta use a full heal. I already used up all my full heals already, and not even at the final boss. What do I do with you? Oh, okay, there it is. You actually have to kill every single one of these little assholes before you can kill the one in the middle. Alright, so that's how you deal with that one. And of course it just leads to an old man that just says go to the next room. And oh my god, I'm running short on keys here too. I think you actually need to start buying keys from shops if you actually want to make some more progression. So, holy crap. I'm running short on keys, and there's already 3 locked doors here. So let's go down this way. Alright, so we find another passageway down to another area in the map. Alright, we ended up on the left side now. We still haven't found the compass, and no, we still haven't found the regular map though. This is getting a bit annoying. So let's just deal with this guy, go down his stairwell. We pop out some random place. Literally no exploration on the other one. And oh my god, I'm just getting so swamped with it's just getting so annoying. And of course, this is one of the rooms where you have to kill everything and then move a random plot here to find the silver arrows, which would become very useful against the fight against the Ganon. So definitely get off over here. But as we all know, this isn't the final upgrade, because there is actually, in Ganon's Keep, there's actually 2 hidden items. This silver arrows, as well as one more thing, which I'm not going to spoil until I get it. But hopefully I can find it, because like I said, this place is a big ass maze, and I can't remember for the life of me where to go. And oh my god, why can't I find any more keys too? Because I think the key spawned right here. Because I think there are more locked doors than there are keys in this dungeon. So I think I'm just kind of screwed in some areas. And of course this door locks behind me, so I can't go back there. And oh my god, all these doors are locking behind me. Is there supposed to be a hidden passageway somewhere? So let's quickly navigate through Ganon's dungeon real quick, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Especially in these beginning areas, because once you get through certain parts, you cannot turn back, it seems like. So it's best just to try to do your due diligence. Double check everything, even at the cost of suffering. And oh, look at that, I did miss that hidden room in one of the very beginning areas. And it leads to a place that needs another key. Great. I probably should have picked up some keys, but I really want to see what kind of things I can do without any more keys. So let's quickly go through some more parts of these dungeons. And ooh, here's a hidden passageway over here in this part of the map. And ooh, it leads to another hidden area. Very interesting. And we have to deal with another one of these assholes. Great. Let's quickly do that. And oh my god, thank god, we got the dungeon map. We finally found the map, guys. It's hidden in the top right over there. And ooh, check it out, it's a picture of a skull. That's pretty cool. But look at all those rooms we haven't explored yet. It's kind of ominous if you really think about it. And look at that. In the top right of the skull is a hidden room that doesn't even appear on the map. See how sneaky this game can be? And here it is. This is where you find the last item in the game. The red ring, otherwise known as the red tunic. Let's go. Alright, now with that in tow, let's quickly just try to navigate through this dungeon. And oh my god, look, a key is down here. Okay, thank god. So we got one key to our name. Hopefully that can lead us straight to Ganon. Ooh, wait, look. Go down even more, we find another key. Perfect. Alright, so now we got a couple of keys. Hopefully these should suffice us to get to Ganon. And great. We use the key here. Hopefully this leads to somewhere grand. Great. It just leads us to an old man that tells us who has the map. Great. What a completely waste of time. Luckily, let's rewind, and we'll pretend we never actually used that key. Alright, and oh look, we found another hidden room right over here. And within this hidden room, we defeat all these Poes. And look, a secret staircase just spawned right on top of that little shredder there. Alright, before we go in there, let's quickly do some due diligence. Make a nice complete circle. Everything seems right. And I think I went one too far. So let's back out of there real quick. Go back to here. There it is. Okay, now I'm in the top half over here. Leads us to some other rooms over here. And look, another secret. We're just going to secret staircase after secret staircase. And oh my god. Oh, look, we're right in front of the boss now. Perfect. Beautiful. Then you just have to deal with this asshole real quick. I can afford to use one of my potions right here. And boom! With the Triforce of Wisdom, we reveal Ganon. And now this is where the most annoying part of the fight happens. Ganon, he's invisible for pretty much most of this fight, so you just have to swing wildly or shoot arrows, hopefully trying to hit him. BAM! He is dead. He disintegrates into a pile of ash, and there we find another piece of the Triforce. Let's fucking go! And with that, with this new added power, we can slash through the flames and save Zelda. Thus ends Legend of Zelda 1.